Okay, so I want to get into Snoop recently did an interview with Big Boy, and Big Boy asked him, "When you were on death row, did you ever fear for your life?" And Snoop said, "Nope." He said, "When I was off death row, I feared for my life because there were death threats. There were people coming to get at me. Because death row, they were bitter. They lost their biggest star, Dre. They lost their second biggest star, Tupac, and then they lost their current biggest star who helped make the label in Snoop. I know you talk about selling the rights and all that stuff, and people that would hear the disses and all that stuff after he left, they may believe, oh, what Snoop's saying has validity. What would you say as what would you explain why there was so much animosity with Snoop after you guys sold his rights to Priority and No Limit?
Well, I'll use the word assign. I'll use the word assigned his rights. um, well, Snoop kept dissing, y'all. Snoop sued Sharitha. He took her to a court for, or to the labor board. He owed her a bunch of money. Still owe her money. Well, they were dealing with each other because she had put in a demand for some money for that she owed him for managing. But that was his way to get out of his contract, so I understood that. But Snoop, there's several diss songs out there. Y'all didn't catch it. Big old whale sending cell, telling tales. Only reason you ain't got because I ain't sent the word, and all of that. Well, the only time that of course we put his address up in the DVD, gave y'all directions how to get to his house and all of that. We did that. But the problem was who he had problems with was his own old boy, Straight D, right? Straight D, and then was the ones on his head. Straight D was the one that was firing shots at his house. Not no Death Row guys. Straight D wasn't with Death Row at the time. But so I find it funny for him to say that. The one time that we went to talk to him at the Universal Amp, we were going to talk to Snoop. We were going to say, "Dog, why you tripping? Why you keep dissing Suge? Why you keep doing this?" He the one that thought he had those no limit soldiers with him and thought they were going to ride against Death Row in L.A. He the one that thought that, which he quickly found out. Shit. And he went running like a little dog that got hit by a car to the police. Him and his bitch friend, cousin Daz. They got guns, they got guns. Yeah, okay. But other than that, he didn't do anything to Snoop that I remember. He was the one writing letters and up there asking, should the stop and all of that afterwards. But they had no issues with Snoop other than he was doing slick diss songs. Y'all hear him talking about he was gonna do a fuck Death Row song with Mac 10 or something like that. I think they said they recorded it, they just didn't put it out or something. And so yeah, that's where his mind frame was then. And that was just because we were trying to find distribution for his album. After Dogfather, nobody really wanted to mess with him. Well, that ain't true, because Def Jam was trying. He was mad because we couldn't work that deal out with Def Jam and stuff like that. So, but Snoop did what he was supposed to do as far as going making the money. And, tricking people like, I can do it. I can do it without Death Row. And as they got those cease and desist letters, we're finding out he just worked them. But yeah, he was a soul. We could have made it right. Only thing Suge, and I wish I was smart enough to say Suge. No, man, let Snoop be in charge. Let him be the face of this shit. Like he later did with Corrupt by, giving him a title. Suge dropped the ball on that. He should have, but y'all gotta understand what Suge knew. Suge knew Snoop as this weed smoking, mild mannered, easy to push up. Those Long Beach niggas was pushing up on him like Y'all wouldn't believe how they had him. So how you gonna have a nigga like that running your shit? Where you were down there with your panties. Him, DJ Pooh, everybody that was hanging around. I had to put security on all those niggas when their homeboys was checking down. So who you gonna put in charge? The nigga that I had to send guys to protect them when shit went crazy. I had to send security to protect Snoop when his homeboys was checking on him. DJ Pooh, everybody those niggas was messing with.
Yeah, Reggie, it's an interesting point because some would have to wonder if Snoop was given that role back in the day at Death Row had things continued to do well for them, or if they would have just gotten the same fate. But in the interview, also he followed up and said that the way he got around the death threats and all that stuff, and the way he felt protected, was that he went to Minister Farrakhan and got him to put the Fruit of Islam around him. Did you ever hear about that? Did you ever see him with like kind of the Muslim security guards?
Yeah, well, that's true. He did do that on the Midnight Love video shoot. Shaheed and them was there with him. But my two security guards, Marcus and Kenneth, stayed with him. They stayed with him all the way until Kenneth got shot with him in like 2003 or 2004 when Kenneth got shot, after they had left. But he went to Farrakhan and the minister and Shaheed, rest in peace, Shaheed, because that was his way for breaking away and getting away from Death Row after we stopped paying him. And so that's what was his get down on that. Maybe he had a plan already in his mind of trying to break away, but it was mainly because after Biggie got killed, and Suge was disappointed with him and saying, "Hey man, how you going on TV with Puffy talking about it's okay, you safe out here, Biggie, East Coast and all of that. I squash the beef." Suge's whole thing was, nigga, you tell that nigga how can he stop a beef he doesn't start? He ain't got no part of. That nigga don't call shots out there like that. So that's why he went to Minister Farrakhan once he seen Suge position after that. But that had Suge furious, thinking Snoop now, because he's away, bigger than what he really was. And so that's the truth. But yeah, he did go and Farrakhan's son and Shaheed was with us when all of that happened. We were still all cool. Who you think brought there? Milton Grimes and all of that, doing Suge probation violation and all of that. That was Shaheed's his good friend who was Farrakhan's son, who was running everything. And so they were with us. That's when all that Damon Thomas bullshit happened. But I do got to go back to the first original statement that I should have addressed it first. Dre the biggest artist? Dre the biggest? Oh my God, he really kissing Dre ass right now. I could have seen if he said him. But Dre the biggest art? Okay. Now, we all know that that Tupac surpassed both of them and was therefore biggest artist. Still to today. Still to today has generated more money than everybody put together.